Press any key to start. Mouse right button. Harry Potter. Hogsmeade. March 20th, 2026, 6:55 p.m. 20h. Continue your journey through Hogwarts and the Wizarding World. Mouse left button. The icon means either. Some enemies are vulnerable to certain spells and techniques in your arsenal. Visit the Collections menu to discover hidden enemy weaknesses.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Level. Inventory. Inventory. Quest items. Demiguise moon. A moon taken. Level. Gear.
Revelio.
mine now, demiguise.
Revelio.
Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I
Your
truly
gear slots are
appreciate
full.
all of your help.
Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Wind Wisp Broom Upgrade. An enhancement that increases your broom's
You'll be
Dark
thrilled with
Lightning
that broom.
Wind
I
Wisp Broom.
promise you.
A stylish broom with a light touch. Quite literally. Cost.
I must tell you, Arthur Vogsmead's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendale that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
I'll try and help, Mr. Weeks. Can you tell me more about...
What more can you tell me about the next course?
It's just a jaunt from here, south of Hogsmeade. Beautiful mountain views. The course was designed to test flyer stamina. Some of your classmates mentioned they were headed there, eager to see what Imelda has in store. A bit surprising, considering many of them expressed reticence at the idea of racing against her at all. I hope that won't deter you, and you'll give the course a go. At least think on it.
I'll try and help, Mr. Weeks. Can you tell me more about the Irondale course? I'll try and help.
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for broom flight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
Vaj, bocsánat.
Off to the races then.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade. Four. Focus potion. Maxima potion. Purchase the recipe for...
Accio.
4. Focus potion. Purchase the recipe for focus potion from J. Pippin's Potions. 4. Felix Felicis. 3.
Revelio.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Revelio. Reparo.
Expelliarmus.
Expelliarmus. Reparo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin Trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Aloha Mora.
Huey. Move green spark. AD. Move red spark. Escape. Back. F. Auto solve.
Revelio.
Level 20. Challenges. Challenges. Exploration. Solve 2 Merlin trials. Solve 6 Merlin trials. 0 out of 6. Inventory expansion reward. Increased storage for gear. Exploration. 1. Field Guide Pages. Collect 15 Field Guide Pages in Hogsmeade. 10 out of 15. Gear Appearance Reward. Collect 50 Field Guide Pages in Hogwarts. 36 out of 50. Level. Quests. Quests. Beasts Class. I need to attend Beasts Class, taught by Professor Howen. Go to Beasts Class. The Helm of Erdcote. Professor, the Helm of Erdcote. Mouse right button. Beasts Class. The Helm of Erdcote. The Helm of Erdcote. Professor Sharp's Professor Garlick's assignment 1. Professor Garlick, Madam Kagawa's assignment 1. Professor Sharp's assignment 1. Mouse right button. Madam Kagawa, mouse right button. Untrack quest. F. Locate on map. Escape. Back. Level. Challenges. 21%. Four. Felix Felicis.
Revelio.
Four. Focus Potion. Purchase the recipe for Focus Potion from J. Pippin's Potions. Focus Potion. Maxima Potion. Thunder Brew. Invisibility Potion. Mandrake. 1. Edurus Potion.
Revelio.
Four. Thunder Brew. Purchase the
Revelio.
No, I swear I won't be wasting your time. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, ever so.
Come on then.
Expelliarmus.
It's
Get it moving. What do I want with a niffler?
He's sharp, Stole from me, he did.
What, by a niffler?
That's
Revelio.
what I'm saying. He's a natural, worth his weight in galleons.
Go on then, show him to me.
I must...
You're waiting, my...
Revelio.
Four. Felix Felicis.
Revelio.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Revelio. Reparo. Confringo. Reparo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Levioso. Lumos. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Escape. Lumos. Diffindo. Conf Ringo. Incendio. Damage. Bombarda. Disillusion. Wingardium Leviosa. Disillusionment. Lumos. Conjuring spell. Transfigure. Crucio. Altering spell. Evanesco. Transfiguration. Descendo. Flipendo. Force. Unavailable. Flips objects and enemies upwards and backwards. With its short cooldown, it is excellent for setting up and extending juggles. It's Depulso. Four. Felix Felicis. 4. Felix Felicis.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Revelio.
Dear Madam Kagawa, I'm writing to do.
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
I did. Not really.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Escape. Lumos. Glacis. Control. Freezes enemies, increasing the damage they take from fall. Diffindo. Conf Ringo. Damage. A long-range bolt that deals damage. Depulso.
Glacius. There you go.
Glacis is a control spell that freezes enemies in their tracks.
Revelio.
Dear Madam Kagawa, marvelous news that you will be joining the faculty at Hogwarts as our new...
Glacius.
I think it's learned its lesson. But do continue to practice as long as you like. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
Revelio. Protego.
Four. Felix Fel... 4. 4. Felix Felicis. Level 20. Quests. Professor Sharp's Assignment 1. Professor Ona's Assignment, Sweeping the Competition. Mouse right button. Professor Ona's Professor Garlick's Assignment 1. Professor Sharp's Assignment 1. Professor Ona's Assignment. Professor Ona wants me to field test Depulso on a levitated enemy. She also wants me to collect troll bogies, so I will need to find and defeat it. Professor Garlick's Assignment. Professor Garlick's Assignment. Professor Ona's Assignment. Professor Ona wants me to field test Depulso on a levitated enemy. She also wants me to collect troll bogies, so I will need to find and sweeping the competition. Albie mentioned that Imelda can be found south of Hogwarts. A demanding delivery. Perry Pippin of J. Pippin's Potions in Hogsmeade sent me an owl regarding a delivery. I should speak with him if I'm looking for some simple work. The man behind the moons. Mr. Moon will teach me a more advanced form of Alohomora once I find all the demiguise statues. I should search Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, and any hamlets for the statues. I can only collect the moons from the statue. Interior decorating. Professor Weasley has directed me to use the altering spell to change the architecture of the room. I should try using it on the floor and balcony. Alter the balcony or the floor of the room. Requirements. Suggested level 5. Rewards. Altering spell. Conjuration spellcraft. The man behind level 20.
Revelio. 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 Protego. Revelio. Glacius.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush.
The
Just
beast
be
petting
gentle.
brush is
Oh,
used to
and
nurture
think
magical
pleasant
beasts.
thoughts.
Tap
I
the
like to
acute
think it
accent and then
enriches
hover
his
over the beast
experience.
petting brush. Hold mouse left button, and drag it to your spell set. Escape. Lumos. Beast petting brush. Utility. A brush that can be used to groom beasts.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry.
Beast feed is used to
Would
feed
you
and
mind
nurture
giving him some
magical
beast
beasts. Tap the acute accent and then hover over the beast feed, hold mouse left button and drag it to your spell set. Escape. Lumos. Beast feed. Utility. Food to feed beast.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeycheeks. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on.
Escape. Lumos. Imperio. Essential. Imperio. Essential. Crucio. Avida Kedavra. Essential. Incendio. Essential. Its range is short and requires you to be close to the target. This spell deals significant damage and lights certain objects on fire. Enemies hit with fire-based attacks will continue to take damage for a few seconds, during which time collisions will result in incendiary burst. Beast feed. Utility. Beast feed. Beast feed. Beast petting brush. Utility.
And brush the Neasels, just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
I enjoyed it.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Hey, over here. Come on.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Sounds intriguing.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
She was brilliant. She was brilliant.
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And that I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That sounds suspicious.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
Would be good to investigate.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Escape. Lumos. Evanesco. Reparo. Expelliarmus. Reparo. Utility. Allows you to quit. Conf Ringo. Damage. A long-range bolt that deals 4. Felix Felicis. 3. Select Broom.
Nem!
Felix Felicis.
Revelio.
Level. Challenges. Challenges. Exploration. Pop 5 sets of balloons while on your solve 6 Merlin trials. Solve 2 Merlin trials. Combat. Level. 21.
Ha tetszett a videó, akkor nyomj meg egy lájkot, ha úgy érzed, hogy ezt másoknak is látni kell, akkor nyomj meg a megosztás gombot, holnap találkozunk, szevasztok!